helping my brother Reese achieve his full licence.
Which is very different in this car.
Reese, hello and welcome to the channel, and welcome to welcome to the Golf.
Yeah.
You've got some experience and everything. I mean, tell us a little bit more about your driving experience so far.
Oh, that was about, what, 3 years ago when I first started learning with you? About 3 years ago.
Quite some time back, yeah.
Yeah, I did a bunch of lessons with you. I don't know how many it was. 20?
We was getting there, weren't we?
Yeah, it was about 20. And then started somewhat recently, didn't I? But then...
How old are you now?
23 now.
Genuine question.
23, yeah. So it's about time I pass, isn't it, really?
Yeah, it's about time.
Getting to the age. But yeah, then I've not really done any lessons since, but just got a car, so I've just been driving my car.
What car you been driving?
Citroen C4.
Citroen C4. Petrol, diesel?
Petrol.
Petrol. Any concerns about your driving? Any parts of your driving that you're not that confident with?
Manoeuvres. I'm not very confident with bay parking. I'm alright, I'd say, but it's just the reverse into bay parking I'm not too confident about. And then any other manoeuvre.
Would you say general reversing then?
General reversing, yeah.
Manoeuvring sort of thing.
Not too confident with any of that, really.
Okay. Well, we can look at that on a later date, hopefully, if you're happy with everything today and you sort of want to continue with myself.
Oh, yeah.
The biggest question probably we're going to get is why haven't you already passed if your brother's a driving instructor and you was learning with me before? So what would you say to that?
Motivation. It's pretty much it, really.
Tell us a little bit about your journey and what you've learned about yourself and everything along the way.
Well, when I was going for it, I failed my theory the first time, and then after that I don't know, it was like a blowback. And then,
after failing the theory?
Yeah, it was just one of them where I was just like, I just gave up with it, because I didn't feel the need to drive back then, because I'd always be getting picked up for work or whatever as such. But now, that's pretty much it. And then just motivation and just losing track of time, really. Just not having enough time to do it, or being too lazy, I'd say.
It's an honest man.
Yeah.
Where would you say you're at with your driving? Is there any parts of driving that you're aware of that you haven't done yet, or that you want to do? You know, where do you feel you're at?
I mean, with oncoming traffic in like tight spaces, I'm not the best at, like preemptively thinking what I should do, and speeds. Sometimes I go too fast into it, and then I have to slow down.
Yeah.
And then there's a bit of panic in there.
Yeah.
So it all just comes messed up. But I'd say I'm good on the. Well, I'd say, but obviously I've been driving my own car with someone in the passenger seat, so they can't really give me an educated answer on how good my A-road driving is.
Your A-road?
But I'd say it's alright.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say it's too bad.
That sounds good to me. So, what was your expectations of today, and what did you expect to get out of today's session? Just
to see where I'm at. Just so you can see where I'm at with driving.
Yeah.
Such, the control of the car.
Yeah.
Positioning.
Okay. All right. I'm not at work today, sort of thing. I'm sort of helping Reese out on the weekends, and in return we've sort of sorted something out. Reese has agreed to help me with some new footage for the channel. So we've not got ages, have we? But we're going to have a little bit of an assessment, and then hopefully we're going to keep these videos going all the way till Reese passes now.
Yeah.
Is the plan.
Yeah, sure.
It just seems silly me being and doing what I'm doing, and Reese not had his licence. Our other brother Kieran has got his licence, hasn't he?
Yeah, he learned with you as well, didn't he?
He did. Yeah, and he's been driving a good few years now, hasn't he?
It's about 4 now.
Yeah.
He's been driving.
Yeah. So would you say that's your aim for today then, is to, don't let me put words in your mouth, would you say it's to find out where you're at and establish a start point for us moving forwards in a bid to you getting your full licence?
Yeah, it's just to see, so you really see where, it's to see, so you can see where I'm at.
Yeah.
Essentially, just normal driving,
Yeah.
nothing to.
Okay.
So you can see where I'm at with it all, and then you can assess me on what you think I need to do. What you think, what's wrong, right, such.
Sounds good. Shall we jump into it?
Mhm.
Let's do it. Right then, Reese. This isn't going to be like going around the obstacle course when we was younger. This is going to be on real roads. I'll give you directions in good time. The obstacle course, we used to set up games, didn't we, in the garden with cars, and I used to push. I used to push you around the garden in the cars and everything. So a bit different out on the road today. I'll give you directions in good time, and if you're unsure, just ask me.
Okay.
Okay. And yeah, hopefully it'll all go well. So I want you to go out of the car park, turn left, and then turn right at the lights.
Okay.
Okay. When you're ready.
How to start the car? Is it a push to start?
Yep, so new car. So I need to give you a bit of an overview. You'll definitely need the keys, won't you? There you go. My instructor mirrors fell down, so I'll chuck that up in a minute while you're setting up. Are you fairly confident with the cockpit drill? You still familiar with all that? Yeah. It is clutch down, to answer your specific question, to start the actual engine. So you turn upwards. Okay.
It just felt a bit weird. It didn't seem like it could go any further back than that.
Right, so quick overview of the car then. 6-speed reverse, so you have to push down to get into reverse.
Okay.
So unless you're changing gears by pushing down, that should be fine.
Yeah.
We talked a little bit about the parking brake on the drive down. So when you find the bike that's going to release, do you see the red icon on the panel there? That'll disappear. And do you remember where I said the bike, where the parking brake releases itself?
On the bike point.
Yeah, but it's just before you get to the bike point.
Oh, is it just?
So at that point, make sure you've got your rev set as well.
Okay.
Okay. Indicator same place as usual. Everything's the same there. The bike point isn't that far up from the floor. It's not as high as my old car, the white car. I don't know if you ever drove that, the 208. Just trying to think what else we've got. Door mirror settings are there with that little twisty. Use that as a joystick to adjust. Your head restraint is up as far as it'll go. Okay, but do check it, because sometimes you might jump in, it might be lower.
That's alright.
All right. And that's about it, Reece, to be honest with you. To put the parking brake on is just up.
Just flick it up.
That's it. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to disable it, and then I want you to just look forwards, reach for that button, and just have your foot on the foot brake as well. All right. Now squeeze the foot brake. Now press that. Do you feel the foot brake sink a bit? Yeah. Another indicator that that's on, and the red icon's back on there. So that's pretty much everything there that you need to know. Have you got any questions for me?
No.
The seatbelt's got a little twist going across the front there. Why is that? Why would that not be a good thing?
Digging.
Good digging.
Like that.
Good digging. What about in the event of a crash? If your body's propelled forwards at a massive rate of speed forwards, and you've got
it won't restrain you as well?
not as well, and it's more likely to cut and hurt you.
Yeah.
Oh, well, even more so, I guess. Okay, right, Reece, so when you're ready, we'll drive on, take it steady. And is there any bits you want me to help you with for now?
No, should we go?
Fine. Alright, so drive on when you're ready. By the way, just a quick risk declaration. 2 pedals down here, brake, clutch. I won't use them unless I need to. I'll always try and help you verbally first before I physically intervene, and by physically could also be grabbing the steering wheel, just to move us away from something, or if I think you haven't quite seen something. I'll always check my mirror before giving you an instruction to make sure it's reasonably safe for you to carry out what I'm about to ask you to do. I've also got my eye mirror here, which gives me an idea as to what your mirror use is like, and or body language, okay? So I can pick up on things that might not have been said, you know.
Yeah, I know.
Are you happy with your mirrors?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, they're all good, yeah.
Okay, just remind me what you're seeing out of these door mirrors as a reference.
Half sky, half floor, and a bit of the door.
How much is a bit?
Just the door handle.
Okay.
Just a bit of the door handle.
Okay, all right.
Like that. And same there.
Yeah. Okay. And this one?
Just the whole of the back window.
Perfect. Just checking because I can't see what you can see from this seat. Okay. So when you're ready, and I mean it this time, we'll drive on.
Do I need to indicate from here? Do you know if I'm coming
From
up?
this specific spot?
Yeah. I don't.
Well,
remember if
it can't be as cut and dry as you do or you don't. It has to be anybody in that car about to move off the same way as I'm going. Anybody walking around the car coming out the bar behind us. Anybody, you know, we might need to communicate too.
So it's all situational based.
Unless it's a junction. So when you're turning out of here, of course you'll signal left. You don't know what's around the corner now. But here, when we move off, we can see everything, or should be able to see everything around us really, with effective observations. Okay. So turning left, just to remind you. And turning right at the lights.
Which is very different in this car.
Does it feel different?
Yeah, miles.
How would you describe different? What's different look like, feel like?
It's not as high as it is in my car.
The bite point?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The bite point in my car is very, very high.
So that's why the jerkiness is there, because you'd carry on travelling on your car, but in this car you find it earlier, so you've got to tell your muscles now, just slow down a bit earlier. Yeah, I was going to say, just so you can balance yourself and with your positioning a bit better and just sort of central our space off a bit more, hands equal level. You might need to steer left, your hands down here. Not going to do much steering left. So at the roundabout we're going to turn right. Just stop here, it's just when near that sign, you see what it says?
Yeah, when road shows. Oh, wait here at the side.
That's it. So you're always looking for that.
Yeah, because if we went any closer, you have to turn more. Yeah.
That's it. Well done. How are you finding it then? Obviously, so the clutch is different.
Yeah, the clutch is different. Took me some time to get used to that, but yeah, I'm finding it. It's alright. It's a really nice car to drive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So where do we go here?
Okay, good question. I'm glad you asked, rather than not.
Yeah.
You see the? What did you say?
Yeah. Because I don't.
Just see the blue circles, not the one that's permanent, the temporary ones.
Yeah.
Follow those. Always follow those in roadworks. Blue circles tell you what you
Where you need to go.
must do. Must.
Okay, so I want to go where those cars have come from.
Around there. Look at the cones as well. It sort of sections the road off.
Down here.
That's it. You will be on the wrong side of the road, look. Or what appears to be. Yeah. And looking for down the road for your blue circle. Do you see it?
Yeah, it's sending me to position back into the left lane.
We've got the mini roundabout coming up after the pedestrian crossing. Can you go right? Second exit there.
Right, second exit,
Take the next road on the right, Reese, please. setting second before you lift the clutch up. There you go.
Exactly.
Top tip, make sure it's pointing directly upwards towards this black piece here.
Okay.
If it's pointing angled towards the back seats, let's say, or the roof of the back seats that you're in a gear, it's quite, you push it a bit and it springs quite quick, that's all. It's just getting used to what weight you use with your hands and that. All it was, you'd have been sound to park there. Because, so if you got the bus stop there, you could have gone there. And there was a wall and a bush. There was a raised curb. You could have fit your car there.
Yeah, true.
Did you see that and think better of it, or was there something about that put you off?
Just the bus stop.
Just the bus stop itself. So maybe looking at the bus stop a bit too much, and not looking at what the solution is, because the solution might be closer than you think.
And I think I was going a bit too fast to slow down and prepare to stop somewhere else because I was too busy focusing on the bus stop.
Right. Well, if you're thinking and focusing, what should you be doing with your gas?
Just bringing your foot off it.
Yeah. If you do so, the trouble is, if you do so, you might need to be giving a signal. It might be just a brake signal.
Yeah.
It might be. It depends if you've got following traffic. So just things to think about. Just cancel the indicator. Right then. How did you find the drive?
It was good, yeah. It was good. It's just hard to get used to the bike point. I think that's going to be quite a task because it's so low compared.
Did you feel that you were getting better and improving during that drive at all?
It was. I mean, on the way, you know, when we stopped at the lights, I pulled off a bit better. I think that's because I put more gas on.
Yeah.
I think I put a bit more gas on.
Yeah, you did. I noticed you made a point of that.
Just so I didn't kangaroo or anything like that. And steering's a lot better than my car. Oh, keep on touching stuff and starting.
Don't touch it.
Okay.
No, I'm joking. What the way it works, the way it feels.
Very light.
It's electric steering, that is.
It's very light. You feel like you're not really doing. There's not much to pull.
Yeah. Good. And I'm glad that you felt. I'm glad that you could scale yourself, sort of getting better, or feel yourself getting better with the braking there. And what I'd say is, throughout the drive, it was consistently getting less jumpy.
Yeah.
So I would say, I'm glad you said it first, though, that improvements have been made. Was that new information regarding being at roadworks and sort of navigating through?
Yeah.
You ever been in those before?
No.
Nothing like that? Okay, so I'm glad that you asked, because if it's a new thing, you shouldn't be expected to know.
No.
But obviously, that's part of what this is. I don't know fully what you do know. Because you're driving every day, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm driving to and from work every day.
Yeah. And that's our other brother that's supervising you.
Yeah, he's
and you've got learner insurance and everything as well.
I think it's run out or running out in the next couple of days, so I might need to renew it.
Right. Okay. Well, there's a load of links and stuff in the description of this video.
Okay.
Well, not right now because we're actually in reality, but there will be, and in the link and in the shop section of my website. Okay. Question of the day. So I'm taking out my brother here. Has anybody watching ever took out their family, and how did that go? Or did it go smoothly, or was there some altercations? I'd love to know. Pop your comments in the section below. Anyway, let's go through the feedback now. There isn't any, really.
Okay.
There's no real. There's nothing really for me to say. Maybe sometimes you sort of checking one of the mirrors while you're putting this. To be fair, overall, I don't see that you've missed much, and it's all there. You might need a little bit of fine tuning. I haven't tested you in a massive variety of road and traffic conditions there.
It's been quite an easy drive.
But for you to jump in a car, get out of the car park, turn left, turn right, up the hill, oncoming traffic, well, round there, doing the jump, that's quite good, that is.
Thank you.
I'm just telling the truth. That's all I do is tell the truth.
I thought it went alright. I think driving every day is helping me become more confident on the roads.
Yeah.
I think that's a big thing. Is even though I've not got my license, I'm quite confident in in where I'm going.
So your test might be a lot sooner than you would have thought. When was it?
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah. So I think what we'll do next lesson is we'll have a look at other areas of your driving.
Yeah.
So really, what I'm looking to do now is I'm not looking for us to start off in a particular place as such.
Okay.
Because I feel like we can drive anywhere
Yeah.
with what I've just seen, especially as you start to become accustomed to the car a bit more. So really I'm just trying to exploit, well, identify weaknesses and areas for development within your driving.
Yeah.
Which is why I asked you at the beginning, are you aware of any from the start? Because, you know, that's easy enough, isn't it, if you're already aware of it. So yeah, that's really it. Any thoughts?
Not much. Areas to improve is, Kieran always says, is, do you know, when I'm parking up or doing anything, do you know, you're so reliant on the clutch and just clutch control slowly. He says I'm normally going way too fast into things. So I think that's something I need
Junctions approaching, emerging.
Not particularly junctions, just, do you know, if you're like coming into a car park or going into a car park in space.
Yeah.
Anything like that.
Yeah.
And he says when I come up to roundabouts, my speed's sometimes too high. But maybe that's because I'm in my own car, I don't know. Maybe it might.
Okay, well, maybe. So what we'll do, we'll have a good old drive next lesson, and we'll see what comes up. I'm sure there'll be some stuff.
Yeah, there will be.
The better be, or else it's going to be a bit boring.
Yeah.
It's not, either way. Because I tell you what, all you do, from my side, is I just adapt the lesson. So if there wasn't any faults, I'd be going a bit deeper with what you're thinking, what your next move's going to be, why. You know what I mean? Just a bit sort of, as you would do with more of an advanced driver.
Yeah.
Because that's all you can do when you've got all the skills. Well, say all the skills, there's always something to learn. I think that's the point. Do you feel like you've achieved today's... We talked about the parking, you know. Do you feel like you've achieved today's goal?
Yeah, I feel like you've got an understanding of of how I drive and such. I know it's not been long, but you can normally gather where someone's at just by a short period of time. Such.
Yeah. Not dead easy roads, those.
Yeah.
And we've done a few turns. But next week will tell us a little bit more. So if you haven't got any more questions or anything else you'd like to add, then we'll leave it there. Yeah?
Yeah.
All right.